going down for real. It's going down for real.
Okay, so the first recipe I'm going to be showing you are these power muffins, which are blueberry, oats, Greek yogurt, and a whole bunch of other healthy stuff for you. So first off, preheat your oven, and then we are going to start with the dry ingredients. So these are your dry ingredients before you. I know it seems like a lot, but most of this stuff we already have in our kitchens. So to start, you are going to need 2 cups of flour. I'm using whole wheat unbleached flour, but you can use whatever flour you have. Then I'm using 1 cup of oats, just plain cut oats. Then 1/3 cup sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. Then a half a teaspoon of salt. And then you're just going to mix that all together really well. Then for the wet ingredients, you're going to need these things before you. And first you're going to start with 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt. And then you're going to take 2 eggs slightly beaten and pour those in. You're going to need 4 tablespoons butter and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then you're just going to mix that all together. And then you are going to pour the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and fold and mix slowly. It gets a little tough, but don't worry, you can do it. I believe in you. Then you're going to add the blueberries. I just kind of guesstimated with this and put in as many as I wanted. I'm just going to stir it up. It's a little tough, but it's worth it, trust me. Then you're going to spray your pan. I have this really cute pan that my mom got me for my birthday. Then you're going to fill your pan like so. And I don't really have a certain estimate of how much I was putting in each one. They all kind of turned out different sizes anyways. And then you're going to pop that in the oven for 25 minutes. And then when they're done, they smell delicious. Seriously, our house was filled with the aroma of blueberry and wheat, and it was delicious. They smelled so good. Super excited to eat them. They were delicious. We've already eaten all of them. These are super healthy and can replace your ice cream or pastry that you usually eat in the evening. They're actually more good for you than they are bad for you, so feel good while eating this and watching The Office like I did. Of course, with a cup of milk. Now on to our second recipe, which is blueberry whole wheat banana bread. I'm really loving blueberries in this video, as you can tell. So you're going to start off by putting 1 3/4 cup whole wheat flour. And then you're going to put a teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and a half cup of sugar. I'm using pure cane sugar. And you're just going to stir that all up. Okay, so for the wet ingredients, you're going to need a cup of mashed bananas, which is about 2 bananas. Then you're going to need 3/4 cup yogurt, so that's 3 of these 1/4 measurings. So 2 more after that. And then 1/4 cup honey. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then 2 eggs. And then you're just going to mix that all up. All the recipes in the original websites where I found them will be linked in the description below. Then you're just going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, or vice versa, depending on which you put in the bigger bowl. And then you're going to mix that all up. Then you're going to need 1 cup blueberries. I actually only had a half cup of blueberries left because we snacked on them and used them in smoothies. So I just added those, and then you're just going to fold those into the recipe. And again, with the cute pan that my mom got me, you're just going to need a bread pan like so, and put your mix in there, and be sure to spray it with baking spray. So once you have your bread all in the pan, you're going to set your oven for 375. Actually, it should already have been set for 375. Then you're going to put your timer at 45 minutes. The recipe says 50 to 60 minutes, but I did 45 and it was perfectly browned. And while it was cooking, we went to the gym. So now I'm in gym clothes, if you could see the reflection in the oven. Let's hope not. Anyways, then I pulled it out and was very tempted to eat it right away, but you have to let it cool. And I enjoyed some this morning. It was so delicious, and it's a really great healthy alternative to the normal banana bread, which has a ton of sugar in it. It was so good. Okay, now on to these simple snacks. You're going to need rice cakes, peanut butter, Nutella, honey, bananas, whatever toppings you want. Basically, you're going to be taking your rice cake and putting your spread on it, whatever you chose. This one I did peanut butter. And then you are going to be putting your toppings on it. I chose bananas for this one. So I'm just cutting up some banana, and then I added some honey. You can also add chia seeds or berries or cinnamon, whatever toppings you want to put on top of it. It can go with whatever. You're basically substituting rice cakes for bread, and it's a much healthier alternative. And me and my nephew love eating these. He is such a cutie. We really enjoyed this. This is one of our favorite snacks at the moment. And it's super healthy, and you don't have to feel guilty after eating it. It's a camera. You love the camera. He also has a YouTube channel. You can check him out over on Colton and Griffin, which I will leave linked below. I mean, youngest YouTuber ever, right? Look how much he enjoyed it. It's all over his face. You can just tell. He's such a cutie.
This time you'll hear me out. 'Cause I'm in love with you, my dear.
He's also a little bit of a stinker. Okay, for this next recipe, you're going to need 2 bananas, 1 cup oats, and then you're just going to mash it all together. That is all you need. You can also add peanut butter if you want, or chocolate chips, or any add-ons you want, chia seeds, berries, whatever you want to add into it. Basically, that is it. Then you just pop them onto a pan, and then you pop them into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. It's seriously that simple, and they're so good for you. It's a great alternative to cookies, and me and Colton are also loving these, as you can tell. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, because these treats are all so yummy and so good for you, and I will see you next time.